Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at more Explorer notes on Aberration, and in this episode we are going to cover this area. Might look a little bit big, but it's not actually that many notes here. And we're starting the video at this metal structure at this location. So here are the coordinates and the map location. Gonna give you a quick overview of the area so you get maybe a better idea. So there is a big lake right here, as you can see. Kind of hard to explain exactly where this is. It's a kind of a land bridge going across the water right here, and a metal structure. But it should be pretty easy to find that metal structure because there isn't really anything like it in the area otherwise. And the first note, you can see that the metal structure kind of has a long slope leading up to the top. So you want to stand on that side of it. So stand on the kind of thin side, that long slope, and look towards the metal structure. And then you want to go right, so you can see there are some rocks there, but you can kind of go right this way, so that you stand on the side of the structure. And if you look to your right, you can see there's a plant species Z right there. And on the bottom of it, you find a Rockwell number 15 at 47.7 by 56.9. Then for our next note, start in the same location. So you're looking at the big slope of the metal structure, standing kind of on the thin side of it. This is a kind of southwestern direction. Here are the coordinates and map location. This time, however, you want to turn left. There's a tree right there, as you can see. Just walk towards that tree. And you can see that it's located on this lower platform. So you just drop down there as well. And then you just continue walking. And as you can see behind the big blue tree, you have a Meiyin note. Right there. This is Meiyin note number 16 at 48.3 by 58.3. And then for the next note, we need to move a little bit further north. So we are now in a different location. Here are the coordinates. This is what it looks like. So we have the big root complex above the lake. We've actually spent time in this region before. There's a note down on that island there, for example. However, this time, a little landmark that stands out a bit is that charge node on this elevated shelf level area. You want to go towards that, or you want to go to that charge node. This is going to be your starting location, this charge node right here. So this is the coordinates of this, the charge node. It's pretty easy to spot. And you want to face west. So this way. Those big roots right there should be behind you. And if you look in this direction, you should see that there's a tall rock right in front of you there. So just walk towards that rock. And kind of before you reach it, when you reach kind of the palm trees here, you see that there is a note right next to that. This is Rockwell number 14 at 44.6 by 59.5. And then for the next few notes, we're going to use this waterfall right here as our starting location. So here are the coordinates and map location. And if I just fly away a little bit, you can see this waterfall. It's not that tall, but it has a lot of that kind of alien rock stuff surrounding it. And you can also see that above it, there is another taller waterfall coming up. But from this bottom one, if you look to the left, there's a branch in the way. Hang on. You can see that there is a charge node right there. So if you look towards the waterfall on the left riverbank, there is a charge node. However, you want to go to the other riverbank. So if we land on this riverbank right here, look towards the waterfall, the charge node should be on the opposite side of the river from us. And then if you look inland, you see there's a big blue tree pretty close. And on the left side of those, a cluster of these mushroom trees. Go towards that. There's a little rock in front of them. There's also a plant species Z over there, which you can use as a marker. But you can see that next to this rock, we find the Nameless Dossier at 43.9 by 54.8. And then for the next note, we are going to start at the waterfall again. So again, here are the chords if you're just hopping in for this specific note. Start at the waterfall, and this time you want to go up. So go up on top of the waterfall, land on the left riverbank. So when you have that waterfall behind you, you should be on the left riverbank, and there should be another one coming up over there. And this one is super easy. You have a blue tree or a tree with these purple flower kind of things growing. And right next to that, we find this Meiyin note, number 14, at 43.6 by 52.4. And then, for the final time, we're starting here at the waterfall. So here are the coordinates and map location. And this time, you once again want to go on top of the waterfall. However, once you reach the beach on the left, if you look on the other side of the river, you can see there is a bit of a beach or a riverbank, but not much. But if you look up, you see there is a platform up there, slightly above, and you want to get to that. Right here. And then you can see that you have plenty of ways that you can go, but to your right, if you have the river behind you, to the right, you can see the pathway goes upwards and underneath this rocky arch over there. So you want to go that way. That is southeast. So just follow this way until you get just past the arch right here. So we've gone through the arch. And now you see that ahead of you, you have a route coming up with a bunch of pointy ends. And to the pointy ends, that kind of goes right that way. Underneath it, it's a pretty tall rock that has some gluey spots on it. And next to that rock, we find Rockwell number 13 at 44.3 by 56.8. So for the next note, we have to travel quite a bit of distance from where we just were at. This is a very isolated note. There isn't really any other notes nearby. So it had to fit in one of the videos. And I figured this one made the most sense. So this is the location and the coordinates. It's not really any landmarks over here to really help you too much, apart from two charge nodes. So you have a charge node down there, surrounded by a bunch of rocks. And then you have this charge node. It's kind of located on this little edge, and there's two blue trees next to it. I'll just land and give you the exact coordinates. This is going to be your starting point. So once you are here, if you look towards that little edge, you see that there's two trees here. So there's one tree there and one there. You just go towards the edge, and you want to just drop down. You can kind of walk on the path. So you can see there's a path going here from that other charge node, actually. But you have a path going left, which goes up to that other charge node, or right, which leads down that way. With the this charge node that we started at, behind us, you want to go right. So you want to go downwards. And very soon you get a pillar on your left, 2 pillars on the right. And right next to those, you have another pointy rock. And on the bottom of that, we find Helena note number 12 at 37 by 70.1. And then for the final note of the day, we once again have to move. This time, here are the coordinates of our starting location. It's this big waterfall. So we've moved once again quite a bit. The waterfall should be pretty easy to find. It has a kind of alien Rockwell looking thing on its right. It's a very tall waterfall. And there's also kind of this obelisk looking structure over there. But none of what is on the bottom of this waterfall matters, because you want to actually get to the top of it. So once you get to the top of the waterfall, you want to land on the left riverbank, right here. You have the waterfall behind you, and you're on the left riverbank. And then you need to basically pay attention to these trees. So at the very edge, very close to the waterfall, there should be 3 trees right here. But there's not those. So walk past those. Then you come to another tree. And then you come to a cluster of about 6 of them. I know people are going to probably say it's fungus, not trees, but leave me alone. So we have fungus trees, a bunch of them, it's 6 of them right here. And amongst them, as you can see, we find Helena note number 10 at 34.4 by 61.3. You can see that we are very close to the river as well, so this one should be fairly easy to spot. And with that, we've covered all the notes for this video. If you did find this one helpful, I would really appreciate a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.